It's episode 1282, and it's the Relevant Podcast, our year-end episode, the end of 2025. Here in Orlando, I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and joining me from Loverland, Virginia, it's Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
With much better lighting. From Nashville, artist, producer, mogul, Derek Miner.
What up, though?
And just down in another state, still in Fort Worth, it's our managing editor, downtown Emily Brown.
Hey, y'all.
Creature of habit.
It's the quilt. Myself. The quilt gives it away.
All right, so this is our year-end episode. I'm thinking about YouTube. People are checking us out for 10 seconds. I'm going to cut quilt talk short, and we're going to tell people what's coming up. So hopefully we'll hook them, and they'll stay with us. So last week of the year, we have a What's Jesse Thinking coming up.
That's
we
right.
haven't brought back
very important
What's Jesse Thinking in a long time. And at the end of the show, we are going to look back at 2025 and predict what's going to be hot in 2026 with a special game, In or Out, 2026 edition. You don't want to miss that. They also have slices and all that. I don't want to belabor it, but you guys have good holidays so far? You're having fun with family and all your toys and stuff?
Mine was delightful, but nearly ruined by a torturous device known as a spring-free trampoline.
What is a spring-free trampoline?
Does that work?
I only had one in like the 90s where like kids broke their legs on them.
That's what I like, the old 90s ones where there's no cage for you to.
No.
Have you seen trampolines now? Because when we were growing up,
it's like an octagon,
cage.
right? Right? It's like an octagon thing. They have like stupid safety nets.
There's nothing preventing you from flying off, right?
Yeah.
And that's as it should be. There should be some consequences when you're pulling that sweet gainer, you know?
Dude, how big are they nowadays? Because like I had like a huge one, and we lived in the woods. That sounds like I was rural. We lived in the suburbs, but we had woods behind our house, and we cleared out a big area of the woods and put the trampoline in there. And I feel like it was like 15 feet wide or something, huge.
Yeah,
and we had youth group on Sunday nights at my house. So teenagers on this trampoline and guys trying to show off for the girls and stuff like that. We were literally double bouncing each other into trees. People were breaking legs left and right. It was fantastic. The 90s were a different era. I loved it.
I had a buddy that had two of them. And that was great because
we dragged mine right next to the pool one time, and we were doing into the pool.
Yeah, you just make the gap larger and larger. The only safety mechanism most of those 90s trampolines had,
little pad,
where they had a little pad around the springs. That was gone within about a month, just tattered, especially, and it was just rusty, exposed springs.
Absolutely, and in Florida humidity, they were absolutely rusty.
And the distance between the springs was just enough to get a limb stuck in there or a head, which we've all seen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now they have
Derek. No trampolines. You're just staring at us like this is a white kid thing. Okay,
yes,
okay.
Black. Yeah, black kids couldn't afford the trampolines, and we for sure couldn't afford two. And I don't even know. To be honest, I don't even know if it was that we couldn't afford the trampoline, but we couldn't afford the hospital bills because my parents were like, you know what? You break your leg, like. We just gonna have to duct tape that mug back together because it's just so I'm just kind of laughing because I'm sitting here like, what set it off for me was when you said there were legs broken left and right. We had an amazing time.
It was great.
To me, that sounds like hell. It sounds like
I was at the flea market one time and I spent $5 on a BB gun, and I remember I had the BB gun in the house. Well, youth group. The other guys found the BB gun. So then they started doing the dance and like shooting at people's feet. Yeah. One kid got hit with the BB gun and went under his skin and got lodged there. He still has the BB in his body to this day.
Yeah. See, y'all had benefits. Y'all parents had benefits at your job.
See,
that's what it is. It's really that.
Derek, I think my childhood trampoline was maybe more in line with yours. I remember my brother and I, we begged our parents for a trampoline because they'd already said no to a pool because we had a really small backyard. But we were like, maybe we could fit a trampoline in there. And they kind of hinted that they were getting us a trampoline for Christmas. It was an exercise trampoline that was like one person can stand on it only. That was what we had.
Yeah.
Mind you, we're like 12 years old.
Yeah, that's a disappointing Christmas.
See?
I almost wish we hadn't gotten the trampoline.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
look,
you know what I mean? I can see that. That sounds black.
Maybe my parents. Yeah, I don't know. But they were like, yeah, well, you wanted a trampoline, you got it. And it was like, I meant for at least 2 people to be on it. Like this was barely one could fit. Yeah.
Well, I'll say this: my parents didn't allow the trip. I had to go to other houses for that. They didn't want to deal with the injuries. They saw the state of the janky homemade bike ramps we were constructing. And you know, the kind that collapse
plywood.
when you ride the bike at it. Yeah. But anyway, all those
prop it up with like a brick or a cinder block and
a bucket. Yeah, there's like a bucket on top under a piece of plywood, and you're just like, I'm just gonna ride as fast as I can. This bike is not designed for this, but we'll see what happens. But either way, they've eliminated those fun problems with this newfangled device called a spring-free trampoline. And I'm not even sure if I can accurately describe what it looks like. I'm sure you could Google image search it. This is Video Pod. But they don't use springs, as the name implies. It is a circular steel frame, and on top of the frame are about 60 to 70 fiberglass tension rods. Okay. Now you have to get the trampoline material, the stretchy fabric, and you have to attach every one of these tension rods to the perimeter of this piece of fabric. If someone is unfortunate enough to purchase this or get a phone call from a family member who has purchased this and realizes that they desperately need help of assembly, go on Craigslist or whatever and just find one of those handy people that will assemble things. It doesn't matter what the cost is. It is not only dangerous, it is the most physically strenuous. I've run, this isn't a flex. I'm only saying this because I'm trying to find, I've run a full-length marathon before. This was physically harder than that. Assembling the spring-free trampoline, every one of those little rods at the bottom have to go into a hook. I thought my cousin.
Is this it? The thing I'm pulling. The thing I pulled up.
You wouldn't think it was that difficult to assemble. Those tension rods.
Jesse, this is $2,000. You had a good year.
It wasn't me that purchased it. I got called by a cousin who needed help assembly. Yeah, well,
yeah, because those tension rods. I mean, that's no joke, dog. That ain't no joke.
I witnessed it. Let's just say he ever put it together. I knew why I knew it was like don't even ask a spouse. Assembling this is a marriage ender. Like that's how I'm telling you. Me and him get along pretty well. We were operating in silence and grunting and muttering horrible things under our breath about 10 minutes into this project.
Okay, so this wasn't for your backyard. This is your friend's house.
Yes.
Because I was actually a little surprised that Dana was down with this, like next to the pool. Like,
no, I mean, she's actually...
Trampoline into the pool is crazy.
I know.
No, you are living your best life when you've dragged a trampoline next to your pool and you and your friends are just flinging your body into the sky. Oh, yeah, it's great.
Y'all got benefits. Y'all got benefits at your job. Anybody on y'all got benefits. We just don't put there's just no way in the world. This just got me to thinking though, Jesse.
Yeah.
We think about every Christmas holiday. And it didn't hit me till this year that dads are normally just fix-it guys on Christmas. That is literally what you're doing. And you went and helped somebody else.
Yeah.
Like they had to call in reinforcements for the extra dad. Like
that's a good friend.
I was helping my son.
It was a desperate situation.
Like get his phone together. It was the most insufferable thing in the world because I need to put the parental controls on there because he's a teenager.
Yeah, I did the same
I'm
thing.
Just like, it took me, I felt like an hour to just get all of shouldn't take this long to put stuff together on Christmas. Like everybody's enjoying themselves and I'm over here like this. You're over here putting tension rods and
you have to assemble it from underneath. You're laying in the dirt doing it. It's very humbling.
Suffering.
I put
not
together.
even your kids. Like I'm
suffering.
I went to bed.
Pay you? Did he buy you a pizza?
I went to his house later for dinner.
Good.
But that's after I went home. I had to blow off some steam for a while. We were our knuckles were covered in blood. We were covered in mud and at the brink of exhaustion. And we just didn't need to make eye contact for a couple of hours.
And the kids are going to jump on the trampoline for 30 days and then they're never going to jump on it again.
And it's going to start rusting in the backyard.
But Derek, I went to bed at like 2 a.m. on Christmas Eve putting together like an electric scooter from, and I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not handy. And I was like, listen, my kid is going to be riding this very fast. I better do I can't just take shortcuts like I do with an IKEA lounge or whatever when I put that on backwards. I don't think most people will know. There's no cutting corners when it's for a kid.
Your child.
There needs to be an extra Father's Day after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like we need to put like Father's Day light after Christmas because you're helping, and then your wife is stressed out because she's cooking for all these different people. So now you're running to the store. I forgot some milk. I forgot this. I forgot that. Like,
yeah, but see, you remember that SNL parody commercial where it's like every mom made a perfect Christmas for everybody and bought them all these presents on stuff. She got a robe. Yeah, it's like I would say, Derek, you're saying Dad Day. I would say every mother listening to this is going, "Excuse me," like
Look, hey, listen. Well, I don't know. Maybe our household is different, but we shared in the Christmas shopping, so it wasn't.
I would say most families, mom carries the bulk of making sure the holidays are going well. But
hey, my wife is like, "Look, we gonna be a modern family." Hey, you go share this work too, brother.
Good.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I got to peek behind the veil. What? That might be what it is. I got to peek behind the veil because it is lit.
Well, listen, I've always had the idea of creative sentences for small crimes instead of just jail or a fine. Like, and I
literally thought you were saying that you wanted to come up with creative sentences to describe the crime.
Sentences.
Not theft, but
I mean that would be entertaining too. But if I was like a TV judge or something, I would have to find a penalty. Top of the list is assembling a spring-free trampoline. Like, you could take a month off the sentence, but you're going to have the worst afternoon of your life. And maybe we scheduled these sentences on Christmas Eve, and they go to houses of exhausted fathers, and they're like, "Yeah, listen, I got caught up in a fraud scheme, but they're letting me shave a couple weeks if I help you assemble the trampoline in that dollhouse over there." I think we could come up with some sort of system that works for everybody here,
That's funny. All right. We'll move the show along. I don't know how to get out of that one. So that's that.
Like an evil person designed it, knowing that someone has to assemble it every time one's purchased. At one point, my cousin's wife came out and he goes, in a rage because she sees us both covered in dirt because we're underneath the trampoline trying to get these tension rods in. And he's like, "I don't believe it won a design award," because it says on the box, "winner of design award." He's just outraged that they put that on the box as he's crashing out.
He's suffering, bro.
That's his online review. It did not win. Show me the award. All right. Move the show along. Stay tuned after this quick break. It'll be Slices. Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Tim Tebow's book, Look Again. Have you ever wondered what would change if you truly believed you were infinitely valuable to God? In his New York Times bestselling book, Look Again, Tim Tebow reveals the powerful truth that when we learn to see the image of God in every person, including those we struggle to love, everything changes. Tebow shares incredible stories from his work with people the world often overlooks, and it will challenge you to stand up to the lies, rediscover the worth that everyone has, and impact the world for good. Find Look Again by Tim Tebow, available now wherever books are sold.
Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Mercy Ships. Globally, 5 billion people lack access to surgical care. In sub-Saharan Africa, there's only one surgeon for every 200,000 people. Mercy Ships provides free, life-transforming surgeries for people who have little to no access to medical care. They help the blind see, straighten twisted limbs, remove deadly tumors, treat cleft conditions, and so much more. With state-of-the-art hospital ships, they provide safe surgery to children and adults living with treatable conditions, and it's completely free of charge. They do all this work with an all-volunteer crew of professionals who donate their time and talents. Surgeons, stewards, nurses, engineers, and more make the world a better place. Your donation today provides free, safe surgeries to people in desperate need of help. All gifts are matched, so please donate today at mercyships.org/relevant.
Okay, it's time for
Slices.
All right, what do you have, Jesse?
All right. Well, this is interesting news. There might be confirmation that Noah's Ark is actually on Mount Ararat in Turkey. Did you guys see this story?
I didn't see the news story, but I kind of thought satellite
cool.
imagery already we kind of already knew that, didn't we? Or no?
Well, it's always been presumed. But this is additional evidence to the satellite imagery because, I guess skeptics would say there's any number of explanations for that shape. There's not actual.
Yeah, it's a big rectangular flat plateau, and that that looks unnatural.
Yeah.
So obviously, biblical Bible believers are like, there you go, there's the ark. Mm-hmm. But I guess other people would say maybe that shape existed, and so the oral tradition of an ark came over the millennia. And
it's one of those things where there's an interesting sort of geological artifact, and we're assigning meaning to it. And it's again, it's possible, but it's not. The evidence isn't like provide the sort of certainty that would say, yeah, it's definitely there. But in the last couple of weeks, they've been doing some road work around the area there near Mount Ararat in a relatively close proximity. And they have uncovered a bunch of pottery. Now, what's interesting about this pottery is it dates back between 5,000 BC and 3,000 BC, which aligns with the biblical timeline of when Noah's Ark presumably would have come to its resting spot. Now, they hadn't previously had any sort of archaeological evidence of any kind of civilization or kind of settlement there. But if the timeline for this pottery lines up, it means that after the ark landed, someone was living in that area for a certain amount of time, starting, presumably, because that's the earliest pottery that they found there, at the time of the flood. And so this is more sort of circumstantial archaeological evidence that Noah's Ark is actually in Mount Ararat in Turkey. So it's a pretty big finding for people who are advocates of that theory.
My dad got really into Ancestry.com, and he was like he's like, if we go back far enough, we're related to like Barack Obama and Will Ferrell and like all this stuff. And I was like, if you go back far enough, we're all related. If you go back to Noah, right? I mean,
right.
Bill?
Yeah, true.
It's not,
true.
I'm not that impressed.
Really deflated him at that point.
I tried to. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Why would you want your dad to be deflated?
Because if
he was happy he was related to Obama.
If I show any interest in his genealogy hobby,
Derek,
that's all he talks about.
Derek,
so
listen.
I have to be like,
hey, his father is not only into genealogy. His dad has written a book. Self-published a book called How We Fit In. That is, it's thick, and it tells the whole story of the Strang family dating back generations. Now, the
back
audio,
to the Mayflower, back to William Brewster.
The book
is amazing. Why are you? What's wrong with that?
That's what I'm saying. The book,
it's great.
The audience for the book is only members of the Strang family, and I know this. I know this because when I was putting away Christmas decorations yesterday, and I was up on top of a closet, and I found a copy and I started thumbing through it again. I remember I read it one time. I was staying at Cameron's house, and it was like on a nightstand, and I read it one night. And I remember I told your dad. I think you told your dad that I had read it. He was thrilled.
He wanted to come on the podcast and talk about his new book that he self-published about our family genealogy.
I love it.
No,
I love it. And this is so rich white guy too. Like this is 2 trampolines in the backyard with multiple broken limbs. I'm gonna write a book this thick that only talks about our family lineage, but. That's dope. It's like that is fire. Like, I mean, you will be able to look back and be like, see,
I haven't
and
read
Obama
it yet.
Our third. What?
Out of stubbornness, because he talked about it so much for so many years. I was just like, I haven't read it yet. He handed, I have the book, and I gave him my word that I will read it. And
Cameron,
It's a very easy
I will
read the book.
I've read it cover
on
to
the
cover.
way to his funeral. I'll be thumbing through it.
Read the book.
Me and Tyler Huckabee, I read it and then I gave it to Tyler. We've both read the book cover to cover. And we know
They know more about your family lineage
know.
than
Is it
you,
like
and
stories
that
of
is
your
not
family?
good.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
rich.
yeah.
Okay.
It is a rich
Bro,
text.
that is fire. I wish my dad would. I don't even know who my granddad is on my dad's side. Like, bro,
There's
you
some
got a
interesting-
whole book. Like,
Yeah.
it's like Gulliver's Travels
I
type
know.
deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, this
I know.
is.
And
What?
he did my mom's family too. So it's like literally the audience for the book is just me and my brother, because he did my mom's family and my dad's family. And we're
Bro,
the
that
only
is
people
so
who share that.
fire. Your
That's
dad
so-
was like, man, I want you to have this thing, and you
I
haven't
know.
even read
I
it yet.
know. Now that you're
I'm-
pointing it out, I'm a terrible son. Thank you for
Has
making me
Chandler,
feel
Read the
did
terrible.
Chandler
book.
read it?
I will.
Did Chandler read
What?
it?
No, he didn't read it.
I was going to say.
Chandler, read the book.
I never even thought about the fact that, the only audience for this book would be your
Yeah.
family. Because
and my kids. Yeah.
since I'm like the writer in the family, like my family members have told me like, you should write a book about our family, which we do have like crazy funny stories, whatever. And I've always joked that I'll do it one day, but I didn't think about the fact that no one cares to think about like our family story. I mean, no one's gonna care about that
Read
except
the
for our
book.
family, and they already know all the stories.
Outside
I went
of your
to-
dad and your mom, how many people
was-
have read the book? I think I'm in a club
Dude. No,
of
dude.
about 4 people.
No. He then told all of his extended relatives about it and all of her extended relatives about it, like, because he like included them, so they whatever. And if you go on Amazon, where he self-published it, and I think it sold like 200 copies or something. Most of those are relevant podcast listeners, because we were joking around about it, and they went and bought it as a joke when it came out. He was really excited about his first week sales. By the way, I remember it came up like, you wouldn't believe, like there was like 180 sales this week. I was like,
awesome.
we mentioned it on the podcast, Dad. Anyway, so
That is so fire, bro. Like, shout out to Pops. Like, for
Yeah.
thinking
I want
do
you to
that.
start a book club and
So-
be like, it's a mystery book of the month, and then that's the book that you bring.
that's where we fit in. The Strang and Farrell story.
You really should read it just solely to know what he wrote about you.
Sure.
It's passing.
I should-
It's
I will tell you, I did.
Cameron's not the star. Let's just say this. He's got some colorful ancestors that take up quite a few
Oh yeah,
Some
did he
ink was
talk about
spilled.
King Strang? Did King Strang make the cut?
extensively in his crimes.
You have a king in your
No,
lineage?
Self-proclaimed.
a self-proclaimed king
Even
up in
better.
Michigan.
Of an island.
He moved to Beaver Island in Michigan and claimed it as sovereign territory and appointed
then
himself king.
colonized the island.
And then he was a
This is
Mormon.
white
It was
people
a
book, Derek.
it was a Mormon. He was in a fight for the power or the control of the Mormons after Joseph Smith died, and it was him and Brigham Young. Brigham Young won, so King Strang took his followers up to Michigan to plant his own country, a Mormon country. Anyway,
He's a cult. You have a cult leader?
yes, the military stopped him. He then settled on Beaver Island, became a senator. And then he went around, if I recall correctly, he went around and was collecting tithes to all of his followers. He was collecting tithes door to door, and people got so mad he got shot, and they assassinated him. But he still lived another 10 days,
Yeah.
and like it just like the craziest stories.
The picture I got from him was
Oh, I'm looking at King Strang. He
Yeah.
looked like
He's on Wikipedia.
He looked like he led a
When's
cult.
his
Oh,
biopic
yeah.
coming?
but hold on.
We need the biopic, bro.
Have you guys ever watched those videos on YouTube of like quote unquote sovereign citizens who like drive through DUI checkpoints?
I love those people.
And
They're
like
so delusional.
and crack their window and just start reading their rights, and it's like,
I am a sovereign citizen.
Yeah.
I am
King
a traveler.
Strang was a cult leader meets sovereign citizen. Like if King Strang were around today, he would be making those sovereign citizen YouTube
But like
videos.
the craziest
he'd
thing,
be going crazy on TikTok right now.
but he appointed himself king and sovereign territory, and then later just acquiesced and became an actual elected senator. I mean, for Michigan. I mean, it's the
Incredible.
craziest guy. Anyway, yeah, so that's in there. So I didn't make the cut of like,
I'll watch it when it's a
stories.
biopic movie played by, I assume, Timothy Chalamet.
I don't know why.
Cameron
It
gets
is
some-
absolutely a story that needs to be in a movie for sure.
Ryan Johnson, where are you? Ryan
King
Johnson,
Strang.
please do this.
Yeah.
Not make it a Knives Out style. That would be
A murder mystery.
Who
Wait, he
murdered
was
King Strang?
assassinated.
Yeah.
Wait,
All
yeah.
these people would have had reason to murder him, and like he was
Right.
hated by his followers.
I
and-
just want 0.5%. I don't even want just for the idea.
But
Just
but in this,
0.5%.
hold on. But in this Knives Out, do we assume that somehow Detective Blanc, like Daniel Craig's character, somehow travels back in time?
of course.
Like,
No,
That was a
I think
given.
it's Blanc's great grandfather
I
too.
like it.
So it's like it's you know what I'm saying?
He's Cameron.
that.
It shows a history of the Blanc family
I like
being these
Detectives.
intelligent
Yeah.
detectives.
Actually, I like that.
and
That's
it's this
good.
crazy. I'm telling y'all.
I'd
and what
watch
if,
it.
and what if the
0.5%.
What if the twist is it's Detective Blanc who's the murderer in that one? Like, and the reason
Ooh.
his family is so good at solving crimes because they descend from a criminal mastermind.
We have a movie. We have a movie. We have a movie.
And then Daniel
Just
Craig
like-
goes back in time to solve the crime. So
Time travel.
or they thought that that's what he was, but he actually, Daniel Craig is going to vindicate his ancestor. That's how you
100 years in the future.
Yeah, so that's another twist.
Yeah.
He's vindicating the past. I'm telling you.
No, Cameron gets one passing reference in the book, and it's at the
Yes.
dedication, and it said, "To my eldest dear son, the only person who this book is truly intended to be read by."
Please read ASAP.
Cameron,
co-
I'm gonna kick your butt when I.
It came up at Thanksgiving. I mean, like, because Thanksgiving, pilgrims, and he's like, we descend from William Brewster, and and I'm like, oh yeah, and he's like, and he was telling the story, and my mom was like, it's in the book. He's heard this before, and I was like, I still haven't read it. I'm so sorry. So it all came up.
Well, tell him.
How many years have you had to read this?
10. He wrote it like 2015, give or take.
Cameron.
Anyway. It's in the guest room. If you want to come stay with me, you're welcome to read it.
I have a copy as well.
Well, it ain't my family. I want to read my.
All right, slices. What do you have, Derek? Let's move on.
All right. 1998, there was a poll that they said, what do you think is going to happen by the year 2025?
1998. So this isn't like the 50s or 60s.
This is Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
This is Clinton. So they're like, okay, we're
I
going to
am
predict
3
the
years
future.
old.
What do you think is going to happen, right? Emily's 3 years old. And a lot of this stuff came true.
Okay.
Like, so, or a lot of people were like on board with it. So 75% of people in the poll said there'll be an emergence of a new deadly disease, COVID. 74% said gay marriage will be commonplace. That has happened. 69% said that a country will have a black president.
We did.
It's happened. 68% said physician-assisted suicide will be commonplace. That's not. That's not.
That's
as
It's
not.
not
Yeah, that was when
commonplace.
Kevorkian was kind of in the news,
Yeah,
and
right.
like, yeah, it was kind of like the ethical debate of the time of the late 90s.
Yep. 67% said an environmental catastrophe will have occurred.
I mean, every year.
Take your pick.
I mean, pretty much. Which one do you want to choose, right? So, country will have a woman president. That's 66%. That is yet to happen, but it's
close.
We're knocking
Yeah.
knocking on the door. We're knocking on the door of it. 64% said illicit drug use such as marijuana and cocaine will be commonplace. I think
marijuana.
It's pretty. No, cocaine is pretty commonplace. It ain't legal, but
Sure.
it's
Okay.
pretty commonplace.
I'll give you that.
Not as much as the 80s, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, for sure. But we have it in pill form from doctors.
Oh,
In a
what is that?
sense.
Adderall? What are you referencing?
Yeah, I would say any of the uppers,
Like
all the
amphetamines.
uppers. Yeah, all the uppers. They're pretty much redistributions of cocaine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
In my opinion, people will routinely live to be 100 years old. 61% people believe that.
I think
I
we're
don't-
on the track for that. We're not there yet.
Are
I
we?
think
Okay.
I think life expectancy is getting higher. I know.
it is getting higher, and I do think with like the extreme medical advances that are about to happen with AI and all the tools and breakthroughs that we haven't had yet,
Yeah.
I think in our lifetime, I mean, I fully expect to live to 100. Honestly,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but they're not far off. Like they were saying, this will be happening by 2025. And AIDS will be cured. AIDS is relatively cured.
Yeah.
Like it's
I mean,
not,
there's a pill that you can take if you have HIV and you're going to live a normal life.
it's suppressed so much. Yeah, cancer will be cured. We're not there yet, but we're working.
I think there
towards it.
have been some tests of like, I think they're in like the final trial stages for specific cancer. Like it's like treats certain cancers, but we're close. We're getting close.
Right. 56% of people said most stores will be replaced by shopping on the internet.
Done. Yeah.
Amazon,
malls are dead.
TikTok, Amazon.
I don't think I bought a single gift in store. Well, I guess like stocking stuffers. I think every gift I bought this year was online.
And then 52% said most people will do their jobs from home.
Oh.
So
they had the foresight for that.
They had the
interesting.
foresight for that. It's crazy.
Because in 98, we didn't have the tools to do that. There was dial-up internet, you know, like, Yeah. And then the last one, which I hope we're not close to, but it looks we're close to it. United States will be involved in a full-scale war. The 51% people believe that. We've been involved in a lot of wars on other lands that don't affect us.
Wars,
right? You know, Afghanistan and different things.
So that's what people thought was most likely to happen. And then there's like 5 that people thought were less likely to happen, which was 38% of people thought cars will be largely replaced by mass transportation.
Not even close.
Actually the opposite, arguably.
Yeah, right, exactly. Cloning of humans, 37% thought cloning of humans would be commonplace. So praise God. That'd be crazy.
That's not good.
34% people thought most people will be self-employed. They were a way off.
Yeah. But that's coming. I think with the AI tools, one person can be a company in the future.
True.
I think the generation coming up, it'll be very common that they're more self-employed than anything else.
Yeah. 29% of people thought 2025 space travel will be common or ordinary in American culture. So that was
your lips to God's ears, man. That's
not even close. Yeah. Outside of the Katy Perry, we got Katy Perry going up.
Shooting Katy Perry up to the edges. That wasn't even in space. It was just high in the sky, and then she came back down.
And the last one people thought were less likely to happen was humans will have made or received contact with alien life forms.
I mean, depending on what part of the internet you've followed, Justin.
I was going to say, we can check that one off, possibly.
Who knows?
Yeah. But I think the foresight that people had in 98 is kind of crazy, which makes me almost think like, what do we think is going to happen in 2050?
I mean, with the advancement of AI, it's almost like I don't think we'll be able to predict how fast things are going to change. You know, like in 98, there was a technological development lifespan that we could see progression and speeding up. But I think we're on the cusp of something that's so fast and so new. Like things are going to happen like in a way that we've never experienced before.
Even like culturally, like I mean, the prediction of like a black president, like that happened in 2008. That only took 10 years from that prediction. It didn't take 25 years. You know, so even just thinking like what's going to happen, like we think about like what's going to happen in 2050. It's like, well, what's going to happen in 2030? Like I generally can't predict that.
Yeah.
Gary Vee's talking about like, you know, I saw him doing a talk at some tech thing and he was saying like one of your grandkids will have a full-on committed relationship with an AI. Like
I saw that,
you know, and it's like not just, you know, the idea right now where we're like talking to our phone and that's AI. No, like it's an android, like humanoid robot that you fall in love with and it serves your needs emotionally in a way that you don't need to have human connection. And he's like, that will be common. He's like, that's what we have to prepare for. So that's the sort of stuff. Like I think the changes will be so dramatic we can't even conceive of them in 2025, you know? So anyway.
I don't like that.
All right, to wrap up Slices, what do you have, Emily, real quick?
Yeah, real quick. I want to talk about Justin Bieber for a minute. I feel like this year there's been a lot of spotlight on him where he's been opening up about his mental health, or honestly, that really funny meme where he talked about it's not clocking to you. Like that was honestly one of my favorites. Anyways.
Or him smoking weed and having meltdowns and just people wondering about his marriage. It's like, it's not been a great year for him living so openly on the internet, but
it hasn't.
Anyway,
but if you're like me and you like to read between the lines, what I've noticed is in the midst of all of that, he has been opening up about his faith a lot. And I've been like genuinely praying for this kid because I think he needs it. But last week on Instagram, he posted like 3 posts in a row that were just really beautiful and moving. And I want to talk about those. He kind of like condensed some of the things that he's been learning this year and his like reflecting on just like how Jesus has helped him through some really like difficult, hard moments and revelations in his life. I'm not going to read the full post because it is a lot of text, honestly.
There
but
were
you
like
should read
3
it.
of them, right? But to set up what you're about to read, the reason why it struck us is because earlier in the year, really what we were seeing was him struggling. And it's like now he's allowed enough space and time and some healing to happen that he's kind of reflecting back on his year, and he's not at that place anymore. And it's really encouraging. So for those of you who kind of just saw some meltdown type stuff and internet scuttlebutt, listen to what he had to say over the holidays. It's really...
Yeah, there's just a little snippet to kind of give you a taste. He said, I grew up in a system that rewarded my gift, but didn't always protect my soul. There were moments I felt used, rushed, shaped into something that I didn't fully choose. That kind of pressure leaves wounds you don't see on stage. I've carried anger. I asked God why, but Jesus keeps meeting me in the middle of that pain, not excusing what hurt me, but teaching me how to not to become bitter. And then from there, he lists like some scripture that he's leaned on to help him through that. And he says, I'm not speaking as someone still broken. I'm speaking as someone Jesus has already healed. Jesus didn't just heal me for myself. He healed me so I could help change what once hurt me. What was interesting is he used ChatGPT to help condense his thoughts, which I will say is an interesting way to use ChatGPT.
So he wrote a rambling like stream of consciousness thing and threw it into ChatGPT to say, clean this up. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that how you write articles, Emily?
Shh, don't give away my industry secret. No, kidding. No. Yeah, he says, because I'm healed, I can forgive, not to pretend injustice didn't happen, but so it doesn't keep living through me. I don't want revenge. I want redemption. I don't want to destroy the industry. I want it transformed. Jesus didn't help me just cope. He restored my identity. I'm not a product. I'm not what the industry demanded. I'm a son.
Come on,
brother.
So yeah, and he just like, it's a lot of that, like just really beautiful. Like, I don't know. I'm praying 2026 is Justin's year, not for like music industry stuff, but like for him to just really step into this like really beautiful space.
Yeah. And he's like leading worship on his live streams, and like I like seeing...
I will say I would love a live worship album. Justin, if you're hearing this, send it my way.
And his collaboration with McGee is really good. Like all the swag stuff that he recorded with him is cool and different, and it feels authentic. In terms of the construction of it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll do it for Slices. Make sure to check out relevantmagazine.com every day where we cover some of those stories. Those would all make the cut. All right. Stay tuned. Up next, it's What's Jesse Thinking? Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Erwin McManus's book, The Barbarian Way. Some books don't just inspire you, they confront you. The Barbarian Way, now celebrating its 20th anniversary, is one of those books. If you felt the pull of God towards something deeper and wilder than the safe, predictable version of faith that we settle for, McManus reminds us that following Jesus was never meant to be tame. It's meant to awaken courage, passion, and purpose God placed inside us. He draws from the wild stories of Abel, Noah, Moses, Rahab, and others to remind us that following God wasn't meant to be tame. Safe faith isn't working. Step into the story God is writing for you. Choose passion, choose boldness, choose The Barbarian Way. Available now wherever books are sold. Today's podcast is brought to you in part by John Mark Comer's book, Garden City, a book that speaks to the tension we all feel between work, rest, and purpose. The New York Times bestselling author John Mark Comer takes us to the scriptures to identify what it really means to be human and flips the script on the idea that who you are matters, not what you do. He shows that God created us for meaningful work and meaningful rest. Both matter. This book helps you ask and answer the big questions. Does God care where I work? Is there a direction for my life? So you can discern God's heart for your calling, your rhythms, and the way His Spirit wants to shape every part of your life. If you're longing for purpose and a more grounded way to live, check out the new hardcover edition of Garden City wherever books are sold.
Well, today's show is brought to you in part by the new book, God, the Science, the Evidence. We talk a lot about faith, but how often do we talk about science in the same breath? You might be surprised to discover just how deeply the two actually agree. For centuries, science has been used to dismiss the idea of God, but today an intellectual revolution is underway. Modern discoveries in physics, cosmology, and biology are consistently revealing the same truth: creation isn't an accident. That profound reversal is what engineers Michel-Yves Bolloré and Olivier Bonassi investigate in their international bestseller, God, the Science, the Evidence. This book is a rigorous, evidence-based critique of materialism, inviting you to explore over a dozen scientific, philosophical, and historical domains. It shows that what was once seemed impossible, that science could point to a creator, is now supported by a vast and convergent body of evidence. With over 400,000 copies sold in Europe, this book is sparking a global debate. It's thoughtful, fascinating, and a powerful reminder that reason itself affirms the existence of God. Learn more and find out where you can purchase your copy today by visiting godthesciencetheevidence.com.
All right, it's time for
What's Jesse thinking? Huh?
All right, so what's Jesse thinking? We haven't done this in a long time, but it's the end of the year. We thought, who better to look back and give us his thoughts? Take it away, Jesse.
All right, I'm gonna avoid some words delicately for the sake of the algorithm here. I'm preempting that. And
Oh gosh.
listen,
Okay.
yeah, because I don't want to get political. This is not a political show. So this has nothing to do with the word used to describe the role that lawmakers have in elected can't say that either. Lawmakers have in current events. If you get, but of course I'm talking about the Patriot Games, which I think we can all agree on is a preposterous and wonderful idea. It was recently announced that to celebrate America's founding 250 years ago, that two individuals from each state, two high school athletes, would be selected from each state to compete in a nationwide tournament. Now, the specifications of what will be involved in this tournament has not been released yet. But the idea is that each state will have two representatives, like I said, high school athletes that will compete in a sort of battle to who has to represent their state. Okay. This is to celebrate the founding of America. Now, fundamentally, I think this is a fantastic idea, but I think the bad part about it is, well, it's like an American Olympics, right? It's just an Olympics for America.
Or like the Hunger Games, yeah.
It's the Hunger Games.
Well,
state pride.
But here's what I don't like about it. This is what I'm thinking. I don't want to see athletes competing in sporting events. We have that, okay? Like I can watch college football. That's essentially like a proxy for this, right? College sports are. I want to see. First off, I don't want it to be athletes. I want this to be done jury duty style. Okay, you get something in the mail, sort of Hunger Games. This, I guess, is a lottery, but athleticism doesn't. I want a spectrum of ages and backgrounds from each state, and I want 12-person teams. Okay, these are strangers. All right.
Wait, 12-person teams from each state, so that's not right. 2 people per state. 12. Okay,
12. Okay, and they have to, and they are teams. And this is televised every minute of the interactions, and they have to come together to compete.
Like Big Brother.
Yes.
Isn't there a show on Fox called 99 to 1? That's kind of this. It's teams, but it's individual.
This is the Patriot Games, Cameron. This is different. This is a jury duty selection process.
In the Squid Games, because they kind of team up and then
but like. I want them to all have to do not just sporting events. Some of that will be involved, like a relay race. But this is stuff that is American task, right? So I mean, some of it's just simple stuff, parallel parking. Okay.
Oh my gosh, parallel parking. So you're thinking, because I thought you were going to go old school.
Better. That's better than the Hunger Games.
Yeah. So wait, so I'm envisioning old school where they had to show
him cook.
Academics, school spirit.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
This is average American task. Okay. So parallel parking. And remember, this is televised. There's a lot of pressure. All right. The team that most efficiently, they take turns, and there's a whole scoring system. And America's watching. It takes over every channel. I want to see loading a dishwasher efficiently. I want to see the different processes from different states. I would like to see the assembly of a large IKEA item or possibly a spring-free trampoline televised with 12-person teams.
And you're rated on like teamwork, stick-to-itiveness, ingenuity,
how long it takes, whether one of the teams
Positive
decides
attitude.
to murder someone else on the team. Captchas, really difficult ones. Like, is that a stoplight? Is that corner of the motorcycle in the picture?
Yes.
Okay, it's a whole captcha tournament.
I love it.
All right, what I'm doing is like the current Patriot Games tells us nothing about the state of the country. Okay, it's just who happens to have an athlete that's a little bit faster. Okay, this tells us which state. Okay,
It's the best American.
It's the best American because they're doing stuff that we all have to put up with and do. I can see tire changing. I can see cutting grass, and then we measure the lines. There's a precision to it. Those 1,000-piece puzzles that are all one color that only psychos like to do?
All sky. Yeah.
All sky blue. That's one of them. 12 teams, okay? One of them is a very complicated pasta recipe, like lasagna recipe. And then we got to from scratch.
I love it.
From scratch.
I would watch this.
Listen, and there's no recipe. It's just told a menu item, and you guys got to go to the grocery store and figure it out. This is which state has the greatest Americans? And I think it's better Patriot Games. I think it would be more entertaining and be more informative. That's what I've been thinking about quite a bit.
I love it.
That's the win.
I saw a TikTok video of these like group of cousins. They convinced their like middle school cousin that he had been picked for the Patriot Games. They made a whole like slideshow where they put like different just like random images of people from other states about like, this is the announcement of who gets it. And they put his picture in it for their state. And he started crying because he was like, I can't do it. Like he was like so stressed about it. But maybe if he knew it was just doing chores, he probably would still cry, but he would cry less.
Yeah, that makes it that adds more drama.
Yeah,
that adds more drama. That it's shy people. There's gonna be some shy people there. There's gonna be people like my uncle there that's gonna show up in a yellow suit.
Yep.
My uncle has braids now. By the way, guys, like he pulled up with braids. Like
okay,
just so he'll be there.
Yeah,
he'll be there.
Yep, 100%.
And the shy kid will be there. And they'll clash.
Yeah,
and it'll be great.
But it tells us something about America and how people interact within different regions and states with strangers while completing tasks that we can all relate to. I can't relate to a high jump. I just can't.
Right.
I have no frame of reference for it.
But there is a version of this with the Squid Game challenge on Netflix and the Mr. Beast thing where it's like all ages, all whatever. You just a pot of people and you see what happens. But I like your idea that it's everyday tasks.
I like the fact that the government is picking you.
Like jury duty style.
And are we still sticking to high school students in your version, Jesse?
No,
or is it
old people.
This is a jury because like to your point, like if it's like a Squid Games type of thing, like it might be fun to watch, but I don't know how hard that wipeout course is or whatever.
Right.
But if I'm with 12 strangers, we got to change a tire on a minivan. All right, guys. I as a viewer. I've been in a situation where, all right, we got to change this tire. Who's, and it's a lot of tension. And I just think this is a better way to ascertain.
Wait, do y'all not know how to change a tire?
That's what I was going to say. If it takes 12 Americans to change a tire, we've already lost as a country.
Listen,
we have lost.
Hey,
the games have been lost.
We're going to find out which state is left standing after this collection of everyday menial tasks.
If there's not one person out of the 12 in there that can change a tire, we've already lost.
I do know in theory how to change a tire. I've never had to actually do it, but I know the general. I saw it on TV once.
I literally, because my dad wasn't handy at all, so he didn't teach me.
He was too busy writing a book.
So exactly. So in college, I signed up for a part-time job on campus working for the motor fleet, the school's fleet of vans and stuff. And so we changed tires, changed oil, drove people around. So like I learned all these skills that my dad didn't teach me like intentionally because I wanted to not be an idiot adult who didn't know how to change a tire. Like, go change the tires, people. Yeah.
My mom made me learn how to do stuff like wash clothes and stuff. She was like, one day you're going to have roommates and they're going to have pink socks and you're not.
For real.
That's literally what she said.
Kids in college never done laundry in their life. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
my mom made me start doing my own laundry at 12 because we had a housekeeper. And I had spent my own money on some nice rayon shirts in the 90s. And I was like, Mom, I don't want the housekeeper to wash these with the towel. So she goes, then do your own laundry from now on. So starting 12 years old, I had to do my own laundry. Great. I knew how to do laundry. And idiot roommates in college had no clue. I was like, how do you not know?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Now you understand what the Patriot Games could be.
I like it. I like it. All right. Well, that'll do it for What's Jesse Thinking. Stay tuned. Up next, In or Out 2026 edition. Today's podcast is brought to you in part by Day One. If you're looking for a great new addition to your podcast rotation, Day One has been on the radio and now podcasting every week for 80 years. Hosted by Reverend Dr. Katie Gibbons-Keim, each Day One episode features a different preacher from across Christian traditions, from Westminster Abbey in London to the Luke Church in Humble, Texas.
Find the Day One Weekly Podcast on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts, or visit day1.org. That's DAY, the number 1.org, day1.org. Sermons, interviews, and insights every week. I highly recommend. What if you could change a child's life with just $10? Right now, thousands of vulnerable children in East Africa are suffering from jiggers. It's a painful, preventable parasite that burrows into their feet. Soul Hope is the only organization treating it through foot washing, medical care, and durable closed-toed shoes that protect kids long after treatment. $10 may not seem like much in today's world, but when we come together, those small gifts add up to big change. Join the 10 for 10 campaign. $10 protects 10 small toes. Visit soulhope.org/10 to give now. One small gift makes a big difference. Again, that's Soulhope, SOLE, hope.org/TEN.
Okay, it's time for In or Out, the 2026 edition. We've never done this before. So basically, I'm going to tell you something from 2025, and we need to decide whether that's in or out for 2026. Okay. We need to do it like we did last week with the perfect Christmas day. So everybody has to agree and whether it's in or out. Here we go. Okay. Ready? All right. Prestige TV seasons that are only 6 episodes long.
I love it.
In or out for 2026?
In. I don't got time for more.
It's
than that.
in for me. Yeah.
What?
6 is
Really?
good.
I'm going to need y'all to
6
explain
is
that
good.
one for me.
I'm a TV watcher. It bugs me that it's over in 6, but
Because I'm like, let's get to the point.
Yeah.
I like, especially the first season. Like, I like that the first season is consolidated. It gives me enough to say, okay, do I want to watch a season 2 of this? That's all I need is enough to know, do I want to invest time in it?
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
so. Yeah.
You know
You're
what?
part of
Okay,
the
I'll
problem.
concede for Prestige TV because I'm also thinking like I love comedy shows where there's like filler episodes or like the Christmas episodes and stuff, but comedy different than Prestige TV. So I'll
Yeah.
agree.
I don't like filler. I'm the same way with anime. If it has filler, I don't like it. Just get to the point. Give me the main plot and just keep me hooked.
Interesting.
That's
All right.
me.
biopics about people who are still alive, in or out for 2026?
Out.
Out of here.
Get them out. Don't want them. Don't need them.
I do feel like it's
I don't
better.
need. I don't even know. I don't even know if I need another biopic. I think we've done it.
Yeah.
I think we got them. All the people that
No, we need the
deserve
King
movies
Strain biopic.
besides King Strain.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only. That's the
But
last
that's more of
person that
Knives
needs a
Out film,
biopic.
as we've established.
Yeah.
That's
So it's
what
like
Murder Mystery.
outside of that, I don't think I need another one. I think we got them.
So we only want biopics if they're murder
We did
mysteries.
it, guys.
One of my favorite things that happened on last week's episode was we were talking about Marty Supreme, and Jesse was making the observation that we were talking about ping pong, right? Like, you know, just like how boring does that sound? We're talking about, the best ping ponger. Okay, got it. It's still about ping pong. Got it. And he's like, you know, and then we got, like, he said, are we at the bottom of the biopic era? We've got a ping pong biopic and a Neil Diamond biopic. And my favorite thing was Emily goes, actually, that's about a Neil Diamond cover band. And it was like, that is really the bottom of the barrel of the biopic.
Yeah.
We did it. We did it, y'all.
It's not even Neil Diamond. It's a Neil Diamond cover band biopic.
Going up
whooped
against
the
a ping pong.
biopics.
Going up
We
against a
whooped
ping pong biopic.
Yeah, we whooped them, dog. We did it.
All right. AI generated music topping the Billboard charts. In or out for 2026?
For the sake of me being able to live in my house, can we please get rid of this? Because I want people to buy music from humans again, preferably me.
Thank you.
Yes.
Let's see. Kiss cams. This is a big year for kiss cams. The Coldplay
Keep
kiss
them
cam.
in. Keep them in.
And kiss cam.
There's nothing better than a kiss cam. 2025. Send them to the moon. Yes.
Plush demonic toys. It was a big year for Labubu. So plush demonic toys, are they in or out for 2026?
Sure, why not? That's what I have to say.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm indifferent. I'm Switzerland on this one. Y'all, whichever one y'all want to do. I'm Switzerland.
I'll stay in. I'll stay in for like they can keep in.
I think it's funny that Labubu is beginning this massive thing, huge markup like Beanie Babies, all this kind of stuff. And then just as it crested and the interest and the hype crested and started to wane, then the company that made Labubu was like, we're going to like open all these stores. Like literally they opened 2, whatever that company name is, 2 stores here in Orlando. And I'm going, who wants Labubus anymore? Like this is they're
making a Labubu movie.
Oh my gosh.
There's a Labubu movie that's in the works.
Sure, why not? Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Okay, plush demonic toys are in. Okay, heists. The Louvre got robbed and stuff like that. Heists are
Love a good
heists.
heist.
Keep them in.
Let's keep more.
Hit Hobby Lobby next. Yeah, they got some good stuff there.
Maybe that Noah's Ark. Maybe see what more potteries down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're right. Yeah.
That's
Those
a good
archives.
knife. That'd be a good Knives Out. Hobby Lobby. That'd be a good one.
Celebrities taking 11-minute flights to the edge of space, and we call them astronauts. In or out for 2026.
Absolutely. Got to have it.
Just shoot all the celebrities up to the edge of
And
space.
let's expand it to maybe non-celeb, maybe like people who have a podcast. Maybe like that's just the criteria.
The winner of the Patriot Games.
Gets to go to space for 11 minutes.
Team. Yeah.
You know what? Y'all, I thought about that. I was like, hey, I'd like to go, but then I was like, nah, I know.
Yeah.
I do.
I know. Y'all can do it.
Derek, we need someone
it
to
is
take a
literally
video
my
of
live
us
stream.
taking off. So you can see
I'll
on the
do
ground.
that. I'll take the video, yeah.
You know how like new technology gets cheaper and cheaper over time? I really, really hope that in my lifetime, space travel is cheap enough that I get to go and
Like I
fulfill
said,
a
that's
childhood.
the
Well,
prize. That's
I
the
don't want the
winning team of
technology.
Patriot Games.
I don't want the technology to be cheaper. I still want a quality rocket to take me to space.
Yeah, but it gets cheaper to make the quality rockets, and there's more quality rockets, and it just gets cost effective.
No, I want to.
Anyway,
if
all
I'm
right.
going to space, I want an expensive one.
All right, in or out for 2026? Renaming Gulfs.
Don't love it. Don't love it.
Out for 2026? Renaming Gulfs?
How many more Gulfs is it? It's only like two
Hey,
or
there's
three.
a lot of Gulfs out there. I don't
Is
know.
there? Okay,
I don't know.
all right, we'll bet. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, in or out for 2026? Using the Super Bowl halftime show to divide America. In or out for 2026?
Not a fan.
I mean, I feel like in probably just because.
So this is referencing, obviously, Kendrick
Oh.
Lamar took that stage to split
Yeah,
the hip hop community, and now this year they're doing it like conservatives and
Yeah, I don't really
what-
care. I take it back. I think whoever the NFL deemed, I think it's all made up controversy. I don't think anyone's really divided. I think Bad Bunny's great, and it'll be a great show.
I agree with you. Okay, so out. So divide.
Everybody's going to watch it anyway.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay, in or out for 2026? Producing a docuseries to screw your enemy.
Spite Store style, Larry David, love it.
Keep it in.
Mocha Joe's. It's like the Mocha Joe's.
Shout out to 50.
All right, well, we got a lot more, but we got to wrap it there. 2025 was awesome. Thank you, everybody who's watching us over on YouTube. We started posting just 7-8 episodes ago, and the numbers are blowing us away. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you're listening to the show, thank you for still listening, but thank you to the new YouTube audience as well. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for doing the show with us every week and covered a lot of territory this year.
Yeah.
Stupid.
What's up? Don't listen to AI music. Listen to Derek Minor.
There you go. Yeah, that's your year-end wrap-up. Thought for the year. All right, on that note, we'll wrap it. Hey, go, if you like the show, like it, subscribe so you don't miss an episode. We have an episode next Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we're dropping them. We won't miss one during the holiday season. Have a great, New Year's Eve is this week. So have a great New Year's, everybody, and we will see you in 2026. I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Derek Minor.
I'm Emily Brown.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for listening to the Relevant Podcast. For the latest at the intersection of faith, life, and culture, make sure to check out relevantmagazine.com. And while there, go over to issue 117 of Relevant. The new digital issue is packed, and you can read it for free. If you want our enhanced magazine, as well as ad-free reading at the site and ad-free versions of our podcasts, sign up for Relevant Plus. Plans start as low as $2.50 a month, and it's the best way to experience our content. Find out more and sign up today at relevantmagazine.com.
Relevant Podcast Network.